Hello, my beautiful friends. It is I, Suzanne Harper, your mature makeup muse. And today, you know what? I want to talk about quirky coincidences. A couple days ago, I was scrolling through my iPad, and who pops up on my feed? None other than Kaitlin Jenner. Yeah, Kaitlin Jenner. And I'm looking at Kaitlin going, who does she remind me of? And all of a sudden, it occurred to me that she reminds me of me. Kaitlin and I seem to have a lot of the same style, the same makeup. So today I wanted to pay homage to one of the trans goddesses of our time, Kaitlin Jenner, and I also want to recognize the trans community. So please join us today if you love hair and makeup, wigs. This is what I'm all about. I am a former beauty professional with 22 years behind the chair doing hair, makeup, and I was also a salon owner. And I also did hair and makeup on the Las Vegas Strip. So I think that gives me a little bit of street cred, would you not say? Yeah. So join us today. And I do want to say this about Kaitlin. Love her or hate her, she's true to herself. And I'm sure she had to dig down deep to figure out who she really was. And some of us go through a whole lifetime without doing that, you know? So much respect, Kaitlin Jenner. And I hope I knocked it out of the ballpark with my makeup today as a tribute to you. So let's jump right in and let me tell you the products I used today and how I applied them. I'm not going to do a makeup tutorial today. Let me raise this up a little bit. But I am going to show you everything I used to achieve the look that I got. This is Mesmerized by Raquel Welch. And Mesmerized is a beautiful, long, layered style. When I say long, I mean long. She is long. This is probably the longest wig I own because I usually stop around, just past the shoulders. But this one's fun. And let me tell you a few things about her. This is a completely hand-tied cap. So if you see the cap, there's no open wefting because all the fibers are hand-tied. And the beautiful part of that is that you get much more natural movement when your fibers are hand-tied. She also comes with a monofilament part in the front, so you can part her in any direction you want. What I usually do with any wig that I put on, I comb all the fibers back and let it part where it will. Kind of a natural part, the same way you do on your own hair. Okay, and she's got a lot of stretch. And also, I don't want to forget to mention the fabulous, exquisite Raquel Welch lace front. This is temple to temple. And also, do you see how transparent she is right here in the front where your hair parts? So if you put on a wig cap that is the same as your skin tone, somebody looking down on you is going to see scalp. It's going to be very realistic looking. So this is going to be the frosting on the cake today. Mesmerized by Raquel Welch in deepest ruby. You get 4 different palettes in this package, and each palette consists of 6 shadows, a blush, and a highlighter. And the shadows are a base, eyelid shadow, eye crease shadow, inner corner of your eyelids, outer corner of your lids, and liner. Okay, and I want to say something. I want to draw your attention to this liner and why I think this is such a mature, friendly makeup line. This liner you brush on, you don't pencil on. And I quit using pencils on my face probably before I even turned 65, maybe when I was 60 or thereabouts. I kind of changed things up a little bit. And because I noticed that you want to soften your look a little bit as you get older. And what I end up with now is almost like a smoky eye eyeliner look by using these palettes. I think it's just enough. It's intense enough to be dramatic without having harsh lines on your face. Okay, so Laura Geller, Party in a Palette. You will get 4 different palettes, and this will run you, sorry about that, that was upside down. This will run you about $50 for all 4 palettes, and let me tell you something, that is a steal to have this many different makeup looks. So I will link this product in the description. Check it out, because once you have these, you may not even need to buy anything else, especially eyeshadow, blusher, that kind of thing. This is a steal. This is an absolute steal. These shadows are highly pigmented and highly blendable. So something like this will last you a long time. And when I say months, yeah, it'll last you months, if not years. What else did I use today? I used Laura Geller Spackle Primer. I put that on before my foundation. I also used some e.l.f. Putty Primer. And I like this because it actually fills in the crevices, baby. Okay? Yeah, I said crevices. Well, it seems like they are. Okay, like these marionette lines. How do you like these? Nothing like being a puppet, is there? Yeah, it's funny what you turn into as you get older. So I used the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and the nice thing about this product is that it refracts the light away from the shadows, and that's what you want. And I also did some color correcting under my eyes, because as you can see, I struggle with the shadows under my eyes. This is something that happens naturally to a lot of women. The only remedy for this without using color correction is, I guess, fat transfers the plastic surgeon can do for you. If that's not an option for you, and I don't feel like it's an option for me to go under the knife, you want to use something like this. And these are color correctors by e.l.f., another e.l.f. product. What I use is peach and yellow. And I use peach because on the color wheel, orange is the opposite of blue. And these shadows have kind of a blue base to them. So I don't use orange because of my skin tone being rather medium to light. I use peach. Now, if you're a darker skin tone, you can use orange, okay? And you'll end up with the same effect. It's going to neutralize the shadows under your eyes. Now, under the peach, I put this right here. I put the peach in these hollows, and then I will brighten with the yellow right on the occipital bone in kind of a U pattern, okay? Starting in the corner all the way around. And when I blend these products, I use my ring finger. I just tap it in, no rubbing around the eyes. Okay, so I tap that in. And then once that dries, I go ahead and apply my foundation. And my foundation is Lumi by L'Oreal. Gives you a luminescent glow. You don't want anything on your skin that's going to give you a matte finish, because that'll just draw attention to your lines and wrinkles. You want a luminescent glow. A lot of people use moisturizer, tinted moisturizer. That's another great way to go. I want a little bit of coverage because there are things I want to cover. There's hyperpigmentations and things that I want actual coverage for. Once I apply my foundation and that's dry, you want to make sure it's dry. Oh, let me digress. Before I put on my primer, I did put on a good coat of moisturizer. And especially under the eyes, load that area up with moisturizer before you do any makeup at all. So after the foundation, I used concealer, and this is e.l.f., another e.l.f. product. And again, I tap this around the occipital area, right over where I had the color corrector, to blend in, because I already had my eye makeup done and I didn't want to interfere with my eyeshadow and eye makeup. So that is the way I did it. Once this dries, your final step to brightening under your eyes, what I use is this product. This is called Laura Mercier brightening powder, and it'll brighten you right up under the eyes. It does not settle in the creases that much at all. When I say that much at all, to be fair, do concealers settle in the lines and creases under your eyes? Yes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you know this as well as I do. But this is so finely milled that it will be barely there, but you will see the difference, the way it refracts the light away from the shadows. So definitely try this product out if you haven't. And I'll link this in the description as well. This is Laura Mercier's brightening powder. And the lashes today are Kiss So Wispies. And these are not a real expensive brand of lashes, but I love them because they're natural enough looking, but flirty and youthful looking. And if you want a nice balance between glamorous and flirty, this is it. And I'll leave a link for this in the description also. So if you don't wear eyelashes, I don't wear eyelashes every day. I do put them on for my videos, and it's kind of hard for me to put lashes on now since I do struggle with macular degeneration. It's very hard for me to see. So if the lashes aren't on exactly right, I ask for a little grace. I try, I give it my best shot. In fact, I shot a bunch of footage in this video and one of the lashes was not on right. It was flopping in the corner. It still might be, I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is. I try to do my best. The funny thing is there's a story about my eyelashes and the day I got married. We got married in 2020 and at the Graceland Chapel in Las Vegas. We live in Vegas, so boom, we got in the car, went down. Well, there's a story about the car too, because my husband took the car to the car wash that morning and put it in the garage. When he got back, we were all dressed up and ready to go get married, and the car wouldn't start. The battery was dead. Fortunately, we have a second car, so we took the second car and we did make it. We got to the church on time during our ceremony when we were exchanging our rings. And all of a sudden, my husband gets this really serious look on his face. And he's like fixated. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe he's got second thoughts, you know? But what happened was one of my lashes was not glued down in the corner. So it was kind of flopping. And he said he was kind of horrified that my lash was just going to fall off. Yeah, I didn't have anybody help me get ready that day. So it was kind of hit or miss. We had a photographer too. Unfortunately, that photographer worked around that eyelash very well because you can hardly tell in the pictures. Thank goodness. But anyhow, I digress. That's my eyelash story. Under my lashes, I did use a coating of mascara, Maneater by Tarte. And I'll also link this product for you. And there you are. So the next step, everything's on now. I also have my neck lifter on. My neck lifter is Secret Lift Pro. I wear these for my videos, and also if there's a special occasion or special event where I know they're going to be taking pictures, I will put on a Secret Lift Pro, and it never fails. Somebody will come running up to me going, "Girl, you look 20 years younger. What did you do? Did you have work done?" No. This is the neck lift without the plastic surgeon right here. Secret Lift Pro. So check these out. Definitely a great product. The next thing I want to talk about is my lip color. And today I used this lip color called Success, which is a nude. And with a brand like this, you really don't need to use a lip liner. If you want to use a lip liner, that's entirely up to you. That's something that I skip now, because I realized if you buy more luxury brand of lip color, you will not have color bleed. Okay, so this is Tarte. If this is available, I'll put a link in the description for it. I don't know if it's available anymore, but try any of the Tarte products. You'll be very happy. The only other thing I can think of that I did was my brows, and I use a small brush like this to do my brows, and I use a brow shadow. I don't use a pencil. And the product I use is called IMV. This is almost used up. I've had this for a long time. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. But there are similar products that you can check out that do the same thing. Again, I don't like harsh lines, so I don't put any lines on my face. Nature has done enough of that. I don't need any more. Okay? So that's pretty much my makeup today. Let me ask you, do you think I nailed, Kaitlin? Let me know in the comments. Just a quickie. If you like the little spa headband that I have on, this is a great way to keep your hair out of the way when you're doing your makeup. And I got a package of two, one black and one aqua. This is the product. I don't know if I even paid $10 for this, but I'll link it in the description because it's cute. You could wear this around the house. You could wear this out. It's cute. It just keeps your hair out of your face. And here comes Mesmerized by Raquel Welch. So don't go away. Okay, here I am wearing Mesmerized by Raquel Welch, and she is long. This has to be the longest wig that I own. I'm actually going to take her outside so you can see the color in daylight. It's kind of subdued now. It's the afternoon, so the sun has kind of gone down, but you will get a much better idea of the color, and I will also show her to you from different angles. So there we are. This is a long layered style. You will pay a little bit more for a hand-tied wig, but the movement is going to be that much more natural than you get from an open wefted wig. So let's go outside and take a look. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. My name is Suzanne Harper. This was the Sharper View. Please give me a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you like these kind of wig review, makeup talk, glam girly videos, I got more coming. So subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the community and I can stay in your feed. And I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.